Hello, guys. So today's article is called Hot Chocolate May Prevent Memory Decline. And yeah, it just speaks for itself as well, right? What it says is that if you drink hot chocolate, your memory decline would be prevented. Your memory degeneration would be prevented. So that's all it talks about. And as we know, memory decline is the biggest issue in Alzheimer's. That's the biggest indicator of Alzheimer's as well. So yeah, moving on. Harvard researchers have found that if you drink 2 cups of hot chocolate a day, it will keep the brain healthy because it'll keep up the blood flow, and that's because the antioxidant flavonol is present in there, which helps the blood circulation and keeps our heart healthy. And what they did was they had 60 patients uh, as their test subjects, and they didn't have dementia, right? Any sort of dementia. They're all healthy 60-year-old patients, and they were recruited to drink cocoa for 30 straight days. And yeah, their average age was 73. 60 patients, average age 73. 2 cups of cocoa were drank every day for 30 days straight for about a month, and then half of the people had cocoa with high flavonol levels, while the other half had low flavonol levels. And as you know, as not we know, but as they predicted, higher flavonol levels level drinkers, cocoa drinkers, would perform better on cognitive assignments and skills. And cognitive tests were performed before and after drinking cocoa for 30 months straight. And what they found out that yes, by drinking cocoa, people do better on cognitive tests. But what they also found out that it doesn't matter if you drink high flavonol level cocoa or low flavonol cocoa. It's something else in the not cocoa, sorry, cocoa that makes your brain work better and improve your cognitive abilities. Uh, there's this thing called neurovascular coupling, which means your blood pretty much flows where it should flow. Well, it's hard to explain, I don't understand it quite myself, but pretty much if it happens, it's a good thing. Your blood should flow where it should flow to perform, mental tasks. And before the test, before the whole experiment, that's the word, 18 out of 60 people had neurovascular coupling, and I mean that means they did good on their tests, right? Uh, while at the end, 8.3% people more had that. So that's about 30 out of 60, so it almost increased to, sorry, not 30 out of 60. That'll become about 22 to 24 out of 60, right? So that means, people who drank, since people drank more cocoa, their neurovascular coupling increased, which is good for your brain. But it did not happen to flavonol. We know that because both poor and high levels of flavonol cocoa didn't affect them at all. And so yeah, they were performing some tests before the experiment. It took 167 seconds to complete the assignment, but then after the experiment, it took 116 seconds only. And that's it for that experiment. But there was the second experiment in which they had 24 people being tested. Not tested, well, they just went under MRI. It's not really an experiment, it's just a checkup. It's like, and more like an analysis. So they went in through an MRI scan, and they were detected. Um, and yeah, those who were detected with brain damage were it was correlated with the fact that there was blood flow, and that means they didn't have the neurovascular coupling. They were impaired from it. And so yeah, it just shows that if you're drinking, no, I mean, not sorry, drinking. If you have good neurovascular coupling, you could decrease chances of developing brain damage or any sorts of brain disease, and that could be attained by one of the ways to attain it is to drink cocoa is to drink cocoa, as this article explains. There was this also another article published that if you eat dark chocolate, it not only lifts your mood but makes you a better thinker, writer. Little bits of dark chocolate also good for you a long time ago. But this article mentions it, so I thought it'll be kind of cool to bring it up. And that's all for this week, guys. Thank you very much.